Continue.
So did you hear about the...
No, just the fact of how entrenched China is in the Western market, that businesses are basically stifling their consumers, so they're more they're more acceptable to the Chinese market, basically.
What do you feel about the ban on that Blizzard player?
What happened?
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, we probably should go through that. So,
I'm sorry.
There's a Hearthstone tournament, which is like an online card game.
It's like a card game.
It's a card game based off Warcraft.
It's like a
D&D.
It's like a fantasy version of Scorpa.
You know what, Magic? You know Magic?
Heroes of Might and Magic.
Oh, Magic.
No, Magic.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Gathering.
Magic. Yeah.
It's like that, but their version, right?
It's on PC?
I think it's on everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that did Magic tournaments and shit. He used to get full dressed up with the gear.
The LARPing.
It was too much, man. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, so he won the tournament, so he was entitled to his tournament money.
It was a Hong Kong or Chinese tournament. It was in Asia.
I think it was Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
What was he, Westerner?
No, he's Hong Kong. He's Hongkonese. Yeah.
Hongkonese.
It's official.
He's Hongkonese.
Hongkonese. It's an official term. Or honky. He's a honky. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a honky tonk man.
And stop being racist, man. Jeez.
You just called him Hongkonese.
It's official.
Alright.
Anyway.
Google it. I want to see.
Hongkonese.
I'm going to bring my Mrs. Hong Kong girlfriend on here. She, basically...
Dude, you said that you could wing Vietnamese for a movie. Nevertheless.
Money.
Hurry up.
Anyway, so he won the tournament, he was entitled to his money, and they put the spotlight on him at the end, so he can say his little speech, who to thank and shit like that. And he basically came out and got political all of a sudden and said
Hong Kong is a free nation. Something. I can't remember what he said.
Freedom to Hong Kong, support the riots. That was the main wording that they got upset about. Support the rioting, support the protests, go Hong Kong, blah, blah, fuck China. And Blizzard turned around and
banned him for a year. Confiscated his winnings.
They took his money.
What's that got to do with anything?
And they banned the commentators for a year as well.
Yeah.
Because they knew it was coming and they ducked under the couch.
They just let it happen.
How would they not have known it was coming?
Because he was probably because they knew he's from Hong Kong. He's more
because it was an Asian cast.
Yeah, it's more than likely he's going to say something.
Okay.
Yeah. So they did all that, and people.
Did they have a policy?
So this is Blizzard Activision.
Hang on, wait. Did Blizzard during this cup thing?
Yeah.
Who was running it? Some mob, right? Some independent mob.
It's
No, they run it themselves. Like
was it a Blizzard sponsored event?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, did Blizzard have a disclaimer when they signed up saying you will not share?
There's a line in there.
Political.
Just says political.
Okay.
But I think the people have said stuff in the past and they've just let it go.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Is there a line in their disclaimer that says you will refrain from political talk, la la la?
I'm not 100% on the wording, but there is something
on the word.
about
It depends on the wording.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too bad, dickhead. Go home, shut your mouth. Simple.
Yeah. Well, to a degree.
Yeah.
Dude. Nah.
Because other people have gotten away with it.
No, because it was like the Easy Falau thing, okay? He was employed by someone. They have their disclaimer.
Yeah.
Dude, this affects the branding of the business that you work for.
But it wasn't specific enough to say what he can and can't say.
Or then it's sketchy, you can go to court over it. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you saying.
It's like, dude, you have an employer. This is your employer. If you're part of a competition, these are the rules. That's it.
But then the issue, I think,
If
what
you want
made
to make
it worse
if you want to make a personal
is that they
political statement, make it on your own
The issue is because it's China and he's come out and said something against China and he was banned.
But they made it worse on themselves because they reversed it afterwards.
Yeah,
they gave him instead of 1 year, they gave him 1 month.
They gave him 6 months.
And
they gave him his money.
I thought it was 1 month.
I
thought it was 6 months.
Could be doubled down and said, I'll see you in court. Simple.
Well, they gave his money back.
Idiots. They're idiots. They shouldn't have done that.
I think that's what
Dude,
really set it.
I'm all for like anti-establishment, making your voice heard. Right?
Yeah.
That's why this whole podcast exists.
Yeah.
All for it. You all know that. But dude, you're part of a competition. You sign a disclaimer. You waive your right to any form of representation, representing an ideology or a belief or whatever. Too bad. Like that's it.
Yeah.
That's do you understand what I'm saying? If you want to
I get what you're saying.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
You're going to become. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of press on you. You're going to have that on you after this competition. Wait a day, Go do an interview on a radio show.
Yeah.
Set up an Instagram account. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Then say whatever you want. Just don't do it on their turf.
Yeah, but the thing is, other winners in the past have said stuff not against China, but other countries supporting other things. Yeah. Nothing's ever happened to them, ever. Okay.
So the issue is they're saying that China has got a huge hold over even like American companies like Activision.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
Who didn't know that?
Well, isn't Activision 10% is owned by Tencent?
Yeah.
Tencent is like
the biggest
Chinese version of Activision.
Oh, huge! I think
they own some of Fortnite as well. Not Fortnite, Epic. They own a bit of Epic. It's basically Chinese developer or publisher, whatever they are.
Anyone that isn't aware that China has a massive impact on global economy is an idiot.
Supposedly, Tencent have their hand in almost every large developer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not that's not
their own developer.
That's not shocking to me. It's like Nestle or Schweppes or
the subsidiaries of this and this. Yeah.
So the issue is, I'm still waiting to hear about something being astounding because I'm not hearing it.
They're just saying that they're becoming such a superpower outside of their own country because they want everyone to be Chinese. Like that's their
business.
Everyone needs to be
communism.
China. No, they just want to be Chinese.
Yeah, true.
Communism. Where were we without communism?
Must destroy capitalism.
I used that line last week.
No, the thing is, it's coming out now because of that. And then they turned around and there was some college students in America who did the exact same thing. They won a tournament. They put up, they lost. I can't remember. Yeah. They put up a sign that said "Free Hong Kong." They cut away from them straight away. They got banned as well now.
Okay.
This is in America though.
Yeah.
Okay. And now it's come out that basically a lot of it's like how entrenched they are in like American businesses.
Yeah. They can pull the trigger on everything.
I'm still waiting for the gotcha moment where I'm going to be like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. You're basically telling me China has got a finger in a lot of pies outside of their own country.
Okay.
Wow.
But
I was shocked.
That's something we all assume, but it's not something we know factually.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Look at I guarantee you $1 million, 85% of the things in this room were manufactured in China.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean.
So where's the shock factor?
That's not the shock factor. I'm not going for a shock factor. What I'm getting at is the thing that, like...
No, it's scary. It really is.
Well, the fact that...
This is nothing new.
All right, well, they got their finger so much inside Hollywood now that's come out that it's affecting the movies that are coming out because they have to make movies that are acceptable and marketable in China. So that's why...
Because that's where the consumers are.
Not all consumers, but so then that's affecting everything else, like businesses. Businesses now are choosing not to do certain things so that they can be accepted in China.
I'm still waiting for the moment where you actually shock me or surprise me, or give me some information I've never heard of. I was not aware of this Blizzard thing at all, but so far the only groundbreaking news that you've presented is China has a lot of control. Yeah,
but they have a lot of control because they want everything. If someone said this about Germany back then and Hitler, you know what I mean? If someone turned around and said, "Oh, Hitler wants everything and everyone," they'll be like, "Oh, no shit, man!" Like, fucking. But that's what their goal is at the end of the day. They're just not brute forcing it.
Smart.
They're doing it.
They're doing it smart because they're grabbing the market by the balls.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it.
For once, it's not a Western power; it's someone else. America had the market.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind these people. They kill people. They kill
the fact that there's 3 million Muslims incarcerated in China.
I don't disagree.
They kill people on the street because they can.
I don't disagree with that. I think it's a sad state. I'm not saying it's wrong, but you're not presenting me with anything I didn't know without even hearing about this.
Hang on, it's not about you. It's about the listeners.
Yeah, that's right. Dude.
No one gives a fuck about you.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about things.
No one gives a fuck about you. With such a straight face as well. You are such a bum, man. That is not nice.
I've got a Rick and Morty shirt on. I'm not a bum.
No. Look, now we're just talking about the influence of China. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a scary thing. Is what we're trying to put across.
What's scary about it?
Because... Well, I mean, how much hold are they going to eventually get over every
maybe
country?
your DLCs for Destiny will have Chinese flags on them. Okay.
They already do. The new expansion apparently was leaked Shadow China. It wasn't actually Shadow Keep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go. Well, you know how I was telling you about the Three Kingdoms Total War?
Okay.
Everybody loved it. It's come out now that... Basically, they made that entire game to appease the Chinese market, and now they've introduced all this basically pro-Chinese content in it. And now everybody's just turned on it because it's like, well, this isn't the game we were promised.
Let me ask you a question. Why did we get the new reboot of Ghostbusters?
Because of feminism.
Why did we get the reboot of Ocean's 11?
Because of feminism.
Okay.
Grab and share feminism.
Dude, I was disgusted with those movies. The fact that resources, marketing, they kept pushing for it like it was going to be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Failed in the ass, and then they came out defending it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did they do that? Because of the Me Too movement, because of feminism, because of all this shit. They're trying to appease a market.
Yeah. You had the feminist on your podcast, didn't you?
The feminist.
A feminist, sorry.
A progressive feminist, yeah.
Oh, a progressive one, yeah, that's right.
I've had 2 feminists on this podcast.
Oh.
Progressive feminists at most.
Oh.
Yeah, of both genders. Weird, that's not right, or a progressive podcast. No, seriously. You guys are just talking about appeasing a market and a global power.
Yeah.
Okay? Like I said, nothing new. The fact that there are 30 million, how many Muslims? I know what you're talking about. I've read about it.
Yeah.
Where they're organ harvesting and killing them on the spot. Yeah. In a concentration camp.
I understand.
Yeah. Just because they're Muslim.
Again, not the only place in the world where that sort of shit happens, man.
Yeah, but this is targeted.
You're saying there aren't targeted minorities across the world?
Or not at 3 million of them.
Go to is it Tajikistan or Uzbekistan where they're targeting native Chinese that are coming in through the borders?
Yeah.
You know?
I was going to say there's one in Malaysia as well. I can't remember the exact details to it, but it's like if a Malaysian, someone that's born and bred Malaysian finds a Chinese on the street, like they kill them on the spot.
Oh, really?
In Malaysia, yeah. It's really brutal there.
There's a rise of nationalism. I can't remember if it was in Uzbekistan. I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos on this like ages ago. It's Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan, one of those like Asian central countries. Basically a rise of nationalism and white supremacy. So they're taking basically Hitler's ideologies and then they're invoking some of Mao's ideologies and Stalin. It's the most warped thing ever. Considering they were a minority, they got targeted by the Nazis. It's warped, but like most ultra-right nationalist groups, they just make no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Basically, they're taking back their own city. They're saying that they're losing like ground and all that sort of shit. Basically reporting, they say they're basically not vigilantes, but they're like a neighborhood watch where they're reporting illegal Asian workers, Chinese nationals that are coming in. They're reporting like people that are employing them, illegally.
Yeah.
What they're not mentioning is the fact that all this reporting and surveillance has usually got violence and shit like that attached to it as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the world's fucked up.
Yeah, of course.
That's a shit thing to sort of...
it's just like, from my perspective, it's like, I didn't realise that their fingers were in everything.
Oh. Yeah.
I knew that to an extent, but I didn't realise to the point where Western markets are changing like their policies and everything just so that they can do business in China.
They do that all the time. They might change the plot points of a movie where a terrorist is now ubiquitously Arabic from the Middle East. He's not from Saudi Arabia.
Well, I found out, apparently, I think it was in the first Iron Man movie, that they what was the third? I can't remember which one it was. It was the third one. It was the third one. They recut it.
Yeah.
The last, a scene of Downey Jr. where he's got a doctor doing work on his chest to fix up his little power supply. And
power supply.
They recut it and they inserted a Chinese doctor.
Yeah.
All right. Big whoop. All right. I get it. Yeah. So they did that and they released it in China and made a crap ton of money because it was a Chinese doctor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
they do that a lot.
I get that. Yeah.
They'll make a villain, like I said, ubiquitously Arab or Middle Eastern to avoid using Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia has a lot of money in the US.
Yeah.
And vice versa. That's nothing new, man. That's been going on for years.
Yeah, but then the thing that's getting me, like, just stripping me up is like, well, then they tweeted. Did you see how they tweeted that, Blizzard? They released a tweet in America
about the thing.
Yeah, and they said, we're all about freedom of speech and we will not condone like political language, this and that. But then at the same time they released on the Chinese Twitter, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
I know
in the language that it was basically we will do everything we can for our motherland and we will not accept it. We will defend the pride of our country.
Yeah. Do you know what the irony of it is though? Look at the President of the United States and what he tweets on a daily fucking basis. It's garbage.
Yeah.
So racist, one-eyed, and ignorant. Dude, he doesn't want to help. Have you seen the whole thing with Syria and the Kurds and the Turkey and all that sort of thing? Yeah. Have you seen some of Trump's quotes on that. Mm-hmm. He has feels no need to help the Kurdish people.
Because they didn't help us in World War II.
They weren't at Normandy.
Yeah, but then someone came out and like, are you serious? They were helping you in World War II on this specific front. And
yeah, nothing to say.
Yeah,
he doesn't actually understand world politics or history.
Yeah.
You know, dude, the whole reason, like when, after World War One, and, you know, and all that land got basically, Iraq got split up, unified against, we were talking about this in the last podcast, basically. You had Iraq and you had 3 different sort of central groups, and they all got unified against their will. Mm. You can't take 3 different racial groups, religious groups, and then unify them against their will.
Yeah.
It's just going to create, you know.
It's the same thing. With World War II, after when they, you know, like they gave the land to the Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically just plonk them down in the middle of this land where everybody's going to be hostile to them, evict all these people. Of course you're going to have problems in the long run.
Yeah. But that's the whole point. We're all getting not up in arms, but we're all sitting here like scrutinizing Blizzard and China and all this shit and like whatever. But then you got Trump saying something like, we're not going to help Kurd civilians because they weren't there at Normandy. Dude, he had to go at Japan. When they were talking about trade wars, he had to go at Japan because he remembers Pearl Harbor. Context, man.
Yeah.
None. Yeah. Absolutely none.
No. Have you seen the South Park episode where Mr. Garrison is basically Trump?
No.
Yeah, that's a whole season, isn't it? Because
it goes on for a whole season. Watch it.
Really?
Watch it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, get onto it, man. It's on Netflix. they just put it on Netflix.
All right.
It's like you know, with the Turkish president.
Erdogan.
Like he's trying to. I'm just picking on his name.
Nevertheless,
sorry, I'm not condoning the mass genocide that he's committing at the moment. No. Like there's that picture that he's trying to get scrubbed off the net of himself.
Do what?
It's like they've done a meme picture of him where they've put his face in front of a pride flag.
Okay.
And they've given him makeup and they've given him earrings and lipstick.
I've not seen that.
And he's constantly, every time it pops up, he tries to scrub it off the net.
Yeah, that could.
And so like just keep popping it up.
Yeah. Hey, once it's on the net, it's.
And so now the Chinese president, did you see what he did? Like people are saying he looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
No, fuck yeah.
People are saying he looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. There's a heap of memes.
Yeah.
Being Winnie
and
the
so
Pooh.
anyone who's doing that is getting banned in China.
He'll execute, man.
There you go. There it is.
That's fucking awesome. That's actually awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Like that guy, he's a dictator.
It's well done. It looks like a full artist rendition of
it. Yeah.
But he's a world-class dictator. He's always been.
Yeah.
He was trying to bring Turkey back to Mongolian times.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
At his official presses, he literally had people in masquerade wearing like Mongolian outfits and shit like that. Like as if he was going to bring back, But the Turkish people aren't like that, man. The further you go east, Turkey becomes more fundamentalist.
Yeah.
But further west, it's like Europe, man. I mean, I went to Turkey. Istanbul has got people in burqas, and they're mostly Syrian refugees as well.
Yeah.
And it's got, when you go down to Izmir, it's more like Athens, man. It's progressive as shit. People drink alcohol.
I think that's the same everywhere, really, right? Every country.
I'm just saying, like, the people, especially in Izmir, like, that's considered another nation, because they do not support this clown whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's like America, the South, and then the rest of America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, rather than end on a downer, I want to go through that list that I was telling you about. Scott the Woz, which I started maybe an hour and a half ago.
Which list?
Top 5s.
Oh, fuck, okay.
Remember?
Yeah, sure.
He went off with the movies and he started talking about the Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
I can't believe you haven't seen that.
Naked Gun.
I just want to know what he's thinking about when it happens.
Yeah, I know.
The entire plot, the entire movie in 1 second.
Dude,
everything.
I'll never forget one time, like, this is probably 15 years ago, easy 15 years ago, at his house, Friday night, we were having like pizzas or something, and we're watching Naked Gun 1, and the entire time during Naked Gun 1, we were quoting Naked Gun 2, so we ended up watching Naked Gun 2 right after.
Yeah.
Just because.
Yeah.
Like, it just had to be done.
That's a great night.
Once.
I'm jealous. That actually sounds
it's
like
the best night ever.
You know, I'm considering changing my
hot shots.
Yeah, I'm considering changing my PSN profile to the name
Mr. Poopy Pants.
No, Mr. Poopy. No, to Frank Drebin.
Oh yeah,
I was considering it.
Yeah, that's actually a good Instagram account. The real Frank Drebin.
That is very good.
Frank Drebin. Do a golf art will be all over it like in a second. All right, Scott the Woz. One of his lists that he brought up, which is something that, and he brought it up and he dissected it in every comparison, but we'll make it simple, simplify it. What 5 games, or let's just say what games, would you bring to a desert island?
Okay.
And you've got to be the only one there. Consider that, right?
Okay, so-
And his list were basically going up and down. So it was basically, do you consider online elements? You know, because if you're on a desert island, do you have internet? You know, like all that sort of shit.
Well, I mean, it'd have to be a single player game then.
He tossed it up and he gave every scenario basically.
Yeah, or does this desert island have internet?
Yeah,
Does it have electricity?
It's got Wi-Fi.
It went for 20 minutes, like the whole episode, because he basically made 4 or 5 different segregated lists. One was like, if online games could be considered, if, you had multiplayer elements in games, if you had this, what
Different
consoles.
scenarios, you mean.
Yeah, what consoles, blah, blah, blah. So I'll give you free reign. Any console, any game, top 5, if you're on a desert island, and for argument's sake, you can play online. So if you wanted Battlefield 1, it's an online game. The campaign...
I might be to stick to single player.
Oh, come on. I'm just saying. It's up to you. Right?
You think if you're in a desert island, you'd be like, play multiplayer? Fucking help! Send help! I'm on an island, some shit place, I don't know where.
Someone ping me so they can
But do it after this game finishes. Don't do it now. I don't want to get a pick up now. Let me finish. I'm on a good roll.
You're a dickhead.
You'd probably have to go with stuff that could go a long time, like games that would last a
repeat
while.
value.
Well, that's what he was looking at, basically.
But how much can you repeat? Like, was there a duration of time he put on the island?
No,
or?
you're on the island for, let's say, 10 years.
Pizza Tycoon.
Really?
Yes.
Straight off the bat?
Straight off the bat. Pizza Tycoon, Football Manager, any of them.
It's just fact.
Even the band one?
Yes, especially the band one.
I get to play it.
What was it banned?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to look it up. Keep going with your list. I'm gonna look up
So Football Manager, Pizza Tycoon.
Was it America?
Yeah.
America, yeah. 2004, was it?
I think so. Either New Vegas or Skyrim, one of the two.
Skyrim would last you a while.
Yeah. One of my Total War games, probably Rome.
Which one's that? I've got no idea.
Probably Rome.
Why, just for replay value?
Yeah, because you got every faction that you could play. And
Would you get bored of those games?
nah, because like one playthrough would take you a month.
Pizza Tycoon, I'll be honest, now that I'm thinking about
That
it,
never ends.
Pizza Tycoon never ends.
You just keep making
Have you ever
recipes.
seen Pizza Tycoon?
Yeah. But
Really?
There's a whole heap of adaptions of that. There's tons.
Yeah.
Really?
There's all, yeah.
I've never seen it.
Restaurant Tycoon, Fast
Sushi
Food Tycoon.
There's they're endless. Burger Tycoon.
I've never seen any of these.
Yeah.
Well, they might not be Tycoon, but they're same.
Formats, yeah. What are they, all PC games? Or phone games?
Everything, I'm pretty sure.
If they
There's-
were
they're everywhere.
do you reckon they'd be on phones?
Yeah. There's heaps on phones.
Some of them say Tycoon, but they're more like like restaurant,
Fun
like
shit.
kind of like where like you.
Oh, you
cook
mean the
food on
AOE? The aerial view, like that bird's eye view.
The
on
one
No,
where
it's
you're
like you-
constantly keeping the stream up to
Yeah.
fill an order, sell it.
Right.
Yeah, some of them.
Shit.
That's some of them say Tycoon and they're like that.
No. I want a game
Don't-
like Tycoon.
Yeah, don't mix them up. Was what I was trying to say as well. Yeah,
Can you isolate some of these titles? Because I'd love to play one of them.
I'll get back to you.
Okay.
When we get home, I'll.
Dude, I'm just thinking of Pizza Tycoon. You got the city, but then you've got countries.
Yeah.
You got multiple cities in countries. Like you
true.
got Chicago. I'm pretty sure Chicago was there. New York was there. And then you got countries, other cities in other countries.
Good to firm.
Oh yeah,
That game, I could never win a race in that game ever.
I could.
I could never. Even when I did the cheat where you reload it after you find out who wins, I still would lose.
Good to Firm was a game I brought up on the podcast like fucking 2 years ago. Me and this guy hammered it through high school. It was literally just a text-based game with graphics.
It's like it's like Football Manager, but for racehorses.
And it was DOS-based. The only graphics you ever saw was during the race. And it was
When they
just-
ran.
Just the horses running across the track. Yeah. But you got into the stables, you could get like young horses and sire them and shit and just breed them and...
Okay.
Dude, it was brilliant. And then
right.
you could gamble on the horse races themselves.
Yeah.
So there was like 4 different elements, man. You could be a trainer, you could just be like race horses, or you could just gamble on races without a
That's
racing
interesting,
horse.
oh.
And this was like 92.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting.
Oh, it was brilliant. Okay.
No, so Pizza Tycoon, probably Football Manager. Maybe
Really? None of the shit that you play constantly? Like
Destiny 2. Destiny 2.
We're considering the online element.
No.
Well, I was going to say
No,
because
no.
Destiny 2 would be hard swallowing the whole time.
Destiny 2 is good, but I wouldn't put it up as one of my favorite, like up there with all my favorite games of all time.
Until he plays Shadowkeep, he doesn't know. It's an unknown.
He's open.
question.
he's on the fence with that one.
I'm just trying to think what else I've played.
Think about it.
I'm trying to think of games that have long, like,
Yeah, but it could it might not even be that. It could just be a story that's really good.
That's so captivating.
You could come back and play it a year later.
I only have like one. That's like Legend of the Dragoon.
What the hell's that?
PlayStation 1 game.
I've never heard of it. What is it?
Is that the one that's like it's almost like a World War One alternate thing, and it's like Japanese.
Like Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
But like much more interesting story.
Okay. So I've never heard of that.
Super. Like, I don't know if it got released here. Because I had a ripped copy of it. So I'm not sure if it got released here. But a fucking awesome game.
See, basically, Scott the Waz's argument was you could essentially take like a Mario Party pack and have like 5 games in it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And all that sort of stuff, and just keep balancing him out. Like and then because his knowledge on all that sort of stuff is so like in depth.
Yeah,
he was picking obscure party packs that had like the best of his favorite games.
Yeah,
like you could essentially get like a Sega Mini or something, like one of those Sega packs, you know, with 100 different games. Yeah. Well, that sort of shit.
This might be a time when you're on the desert where you could actually play The Sims.
See that? Every expansion.
With every expansion, yeah, that's true.
Every expansion of The Sims.
It's going to cost
you know
a lot.
what I mean? Or you could play like SimCity 2000.
It just have to be something that you're happy to play over and over. And those ones that I've listed, Tycoon, Football Manager, Skyrim, New Vegas, and the Total War. That's it.
You know what I would put? I'd put Pizza Tycoon's probably a really good one, now off the top of my head. Or Gangsters.
Gangsters, yeah.
Gangsters would be up there. Have you ever played Gangsters?
No, I've seen it though.
Dude, it's still one of the best.
Okay.
It just kept fucking bugging out. It was stupid.
We didn't have updates back then.
Yeah. But if I could get that on a stable machine, I'd probably play it today. NBA
What was it on?
PC. I think it was released to some ports as well, wasn't it? I don't know.
Is it, so when was it, like what year are we talking?
2000.
Hang on, I'll Google it.
So it's an early sort of era.
Yeah,
Gangsters.
You can get it through GOG, but it's buggy.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, it's buggy.
Like the gameplay's buggy. Like
it glitches out apparently. Like even though they got it running and everything, it just for some reason doesn't work properly.
Okay.
It was released in 98.
98.
Oh, 98. Okay.
Yeah. Wow, 98. No shit. 20 years. Football Manager, by the way, was banned in China when it was found that places such as Tibet and Taiwan were included as separate countries in imported releases.
Fucking hell, man. Calm down.
Well, dude, it's fucking national pride, man.
Fucked.
What do you mean? How would you feel if, say, Football
Taiwan's basically its own country.
Okay, but not according to China.
Yeah, well, according to China, the world isn't a fucking
Okay, think of it like this, yeah? How would you feel if a game was released, like, let's say, Football Manager, and Northern Turkey had a soccer team in it as an independent country?
I don't know. How would I feel if I was sitting in fucking Tiananmen Square getting shot at because I didn't want to comply with my fucking country's rules?
Yeah, I'm not talking about Tiananmen Square.
No, I'm just saying.
Something relative, close to home.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'd be fucking angry.
Would you?
Yeah, do you know why? Because Turkey was, Cyprus was illegally invaded.
But it's a game.
You're missing my point. You're missing my point. Think of it like this, yeah? You got to think about what it actually means, all right? Cyprus was its own island, right? Where Turks and Greeks lived side by side. There was no issue, right? Turkey just one day decided, fuck it, we're invading. No reason whatsoever, no provocation, nothing. Invaded illegally. Fucking displaced like how many, I can't even give you a number. Slaughtered, raped, pillaged, plundered, sent everyone overseas, right? That's why we have such an influx of Cypriots.
Pillage.
Okay? No, I'm being serious.
Yeah, I know.
These are facts.
Yeah.
To this day, that border is not recognised by any governing authority on the planet. It's an illegal occupation.
But it's a game.
Stop. Let me finish. But no one on the planet is addressing it. Forget the displaced civilians. Forget the millions of people that have just gone missing. Literally, people woke up and their brothers and fathers just disappeared. Right?
You know why? I'm going to drop some knowledge on you.
Oh, fuck off.
Ooh. You know why, Tim? So it all comes down to the money. The money. No, well, because Turkey, this is what I found out. Turkey.
Take me home.
Turkey.
We're talking about games. We're getting political.
Turkey.
Now.
Because you know why? Because Turkey is basically the closest military base to Russia, all right? That America can field planes. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the closest base that America can field to Russia. So if they do anything to piss off Turkey, they'll lose that base.
This is your fault, by the way.
Fuck off, man.
So if America was to say, all right, Turkey, you can't be in Cyprus anymore, or they're going to go, all right, we can't have your base here anymore. Mm-hmm. And then there it goes. Everything comes down to money and who can be in a more threatening position to other more threatening countries.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what it comes down to.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but my whole point was that all the people, all the hundreds of thousands of millions, whatever the number was, of people displaced, killed, went missing, right? All for nothing. People lose their shit over Harambe, the fucking gorilla that got shot. Yeah?
And then they don't care about the 2 million what were they? The Rohingya in Tibet, was it?
Yeah.
That died, they genocide like a year and a half ago?
They're a genocide.
Nobody's talking about that.
No, of course not.
No, but that's my point.
This is, you know what this is leading into? That whole Notre Dame thing that we're talking about.
I've already discussed that.
No one gives a fuck. I mean, sorry, too many people give a fuck about a building that other people should be caring
100%.
about.
100%. I'm not disagreeing with that. My whole point is, as a Greek, it's even more insulting that not only is the world turning a blind eye to this illegal occupation where people have legitimately lost their houses, gone missing, turned up dead, right? To have it propagated in a video game as a fact of, oh no, it is a country. It's like, no, it isn't. It isn't.
I'm pretty sure at the start of every game it says like most information in this is fictional.
When it's based on Football Manager, which is based on real fucking shit.
They've even got Brexit in it.
What?
They got Brexit in it.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
I went, the last time I played it, I went Wolves, built them up from second division all the way to Division 1, won 5 seasons in a row, and apparently there's like a 30% chance, like 30, that you can get 3 outcomes of the Brexit. Either it doesn't go ahead, it goes ahead, or it doesn't go ahead, but there's still restrictions. What happens? It goes ahead in my game. I lose all my Europeans. I'm going to get work permits for them all.
Look, alright, okay, I didn't know that.
Case in fucking point.
But if you give me a video game, I'm just going to assume it's fictional. I just want to play the game. Don't talk to me.
The world isn't as ignorant as you are.
What's your opinion?
But then that just leads into the start of this whole conversation we had at the very beginning with, like, where do we draw the line between blood and sex and blah, blah.
So back to the island.
Well, that's like in the same thing with Spain. You know how like Spain now you got Catalan that's they're trying to separate it. Like that's basically just rich people who don't want to pay the taxes for the poor people.
Of course.
Yeah. They want to create their own country. Now, I know, that's what I'm saying. So, say if Northern Turkey, whatever.
We've got a war. You want to go to war? We've got a war.
I mean, at the end of the day, a state can't just decide to leave a country.
No, but they can try.
They can try. They'll get some consequences, but,
I've always said it about him. You would be the most bullshit king of all time if it was a ruler.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. What are you going to do?
You'd be so casual about...
What's that thing? He'll know this for sure, where they bring a goat to the king or whatever, and he's like, this is my goat. He's like, this is my goat. He's like, I've decided, cut the goat in half.
Oh!
What the fuck is that from?
Is it The Simpsons?
Is it The Simpsons? And they're like, great ruler, bestow us with your knowledge. And he's like, I've made the decision. Cut the god in half. No, I'll take half for each. And the god's like, what the fuck? That'll be him.
You would be... The only way you could ever be a ruler would be you'd have to be the top of the chain. Like there's no, as in...
And what, that's inconceivable?
You would have to be outright ruler of like the entire Western Hemisphere. You know what I mean? Like there'd be no...
So you're saying I've got to start my platform in probably where? New Mexico or California? Or?
You'd have to be in Europe somewhere. And you'd have to have dominance over the entire... Up until Asia Minor, pushing into Mongolia.
Can you imagine getting visited by another king from another ages away,
who is this
another
guy?
land? He's like, who is another king?
Literally, sire.
It'd be like, welcome, sit on the beanbag.
Yeah, dude. You're the Honestly,
would you like meat, or can I interest you in some?
Do you want a cook?
Would you like tortella or some meat?
literally, and it'd be like, sire, the peasants are uprising. There, well, look, man,
we had a good run.
You can tell them they can try, but there's going to be consequences.
What does that mean, sire?
The serfs are uprising. Look, man. There'll be consequences.
Just go give him a warning first.
Dude, that would be you 100%. I'd be like, Like, get the oil. Just pouring oil over the walls. Literally. He's just eating, you know what I mean, playing Destiny 2.
I said medium rare.
That's the only way that's going to go down. Okay, back to the island. Back to the island.
My jaw fucking hurts, actually, from that.
Pizza Tycoon. What did I say? Gangsters. I'll definitely put NBA Live 96 on there.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
Yeah. One of the best. When you play it in sim mode, like total ultra simulation, it is fucking hard. Hard.
Yeah.
Like, when I mean hard, one of the hardest sim modes. Who's cheating?
The computer's cheating. The computer's cheating.
Do you believe the computer's cheating?
The computer's fucking cheating. I remember that shit very well. You know,
yeah.
The ball, you see the
boy is doing the round of hell. That's it. That would definitely be there.
NBA Jam.
I said NBA Jam before, but the problem is NBA Jam, it does get repetitive.
Oh, yeah.
The levels get harder unless you've got the real thing about NBA Jam is playing someone else.
Yeah.
Like, I've played NBA Jam to death. I can beat almost anyone. You crack the shits every time I beat you on that, man. My neighbours literally hated me for a good year because there was no way I was undefeated.
Wasn't there like I think it was a midway game. It was an NBA Jam like alternative, and it had punching in it. Do you remember that one? There's a guy with green hair on the front.
Arch Rivals.
It was probably Arch Rivals, was it?
That was one of the originals.
Yeah, it was a 2v2 game, wasn't it?
Like there was a game called Jam It. Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
No, I think it's Arch Rivals. Because I remember the front was a dude punching another dude.
Yeah, it was old.
Yeah.
Jam It was essentially like, it was using the same sort of shit. What's it called? The rendering that they used in Midway Mortal Kombat. The sprites, like the human,
Yeah.
the rendering, man, the capturing.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Capturing, yeah. Jam It was a game like that where it was 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. It was brutal. It was 1-on-1 or 1-on-2. It was really weird. Anyway, NBA Live 96 would be there. NBA Jam, I'd get sick of it eventually, but NBA Live 96, you just keep playing it forever.
I like how there's nothing modern on that list.
I'm trying to think. Modern
Red Dead.
I was going to say either Red Dead or GTA 5. Even if you're playing online, the story mode in itself is captivating, man. Like, and the missions are there for you to just keep exploring and exploring. Yeah. But I think I'd probably get sick of GTA 5 a lot quicker than Red Dead. Red Dead is a lot more in depth.
Yeah.
And you can just get lost in it. You know, GTA 5, you just sort of just keep driving around causing
Yeah. I think that's the main. Well, I never really did.
Well, the game's called Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did quests and missions. I did all of them on GTA 5. But I think Red Dead is more in depth for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, what's modern that you can keep playing to end?
Wow.
Why didn't you say wow? What's your top 5? All you said was that
Legend of Dragon. Oh, because I said for story, specifically replay, not so much gameplay, but for story, Legend of Dragon would be up there for me.
What else would you put there?
WoW, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be set for the next 15 years, I know that much. If I'm on there for 10, I've cleared it already, but...
Alright, give another one. See, because I don't know what else you play.
I play a lot of online games, but I don't think I'd enjoy playing on... If I was on an island, I'd probably want to be secluded. You know, myself.
You'd be on the island.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'd want to... If I was on an island, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm just want to get my coconut.
So what would you play?
I don't know.
Think of all the games you've ever played, all the platformers, everything, like all the consoles.
Streets of Rage wouldn't be on the list?
No. Because the fun in that is playing with someone else.
Yeah.
And you get to the end of it, and it's sort of like, okay, I can play again, but you put it down after the second playthrough.
Yeah, I found on YouTube there's people that have modded the second one where there's Street Fighter characters in there as the main characters.
Oh, that's cool.
Really?
It was like Guile, Ryu, Ken. Sagat.
But that's essentially... There was a lot of beat-em-ups.
They just changed it. Yeah, but they're still doing all the same moves and everything.
There's a lot of beat-em-ups that had... Do you know how many side-scroller beat-em-ups there are?
Heaps. Oh, yeah, heaps. Yeah,
heaps.
I got a Bud Spencer and Terrence... what do you call them? Do you remember the... Hold on.
Bud Spencer?
Yeah, you remember the guys...
I love how you've got a Switch, man.
Pulls the Switch out.
Seriously. Like a gaming-centric episode. He's got a Switch and he's wearing a Destiny fucking t-shirt. That's too much. For the one guy that was like the most blasé regarding this podcast.
Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill. You remember those guys? No. They used to do like the spaghetti westerns. There was a real big fat guy with a beard and a skinny guy. They were Italian, but they did American English dub overs, and they were about they were comedies.
Yeah.
Like slapstick comedies, westerns, and like their bit was that they'd always just slap the enemies, like whoever they're fighting. And I've got a side scroller beat 'em up of them too.
Really?
Yeah.
I might add Mafia to that list.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mafia was a great story.
The first one.
The first one.
Brilliant story. I'm waiting to have some time to actually watch a playthrough online. You know, I've got the game somewhere, but I don't know about playing it though.
The second one was okay. Third one, the third one story-wise was good. Like the graphics and the story was okay, but the gameplay was rubbish. It's very repetitive.
Rubbish.
Yeah, it was.
Rubbish.
They just tried to be an open world like GTA, and you basically doing the same stuff over and over and over. There's no variety. Yeah. Second one was good because it was a bit more linear.
Okay. I never played the second one.
Second one was alright, yeah.
Is it worth getting?
I wouldn't pay more than $10 for it.
Wouldn't you just download it off the net somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I had it on the PS3.
He's just nodding. He's just nodding furiously. Mafia 3 was...
I'll give you some links later.
Okay. Mafia 3, I downloaded it, but I never played it, not once.
It's alright.
Wasn't the new one a flop? Yeah. Was that the one you were talking about just before?
Yeah.
Graphics-wise, it's probably one of the best-looking games on the PS4.
But it got, like, horrible reviews.
Yeah, but not so much the in-game, it was the cutscenes and all that. It was just rendered to almost, like, photorealistic. Okay. Very, very good.
You know what I might consider for that list, if you want a more modern game? Sleeping Dogs.
That was good. A bit short, though.
It was very, very short.
Yeah.
But I feel the story was really strong. So you could, and it was still an open world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of raced through that game because that was pretty much the second game. No, go.
Go.
No, that was pretty much one of the second or third games. I bought GTA 5, and then I bought Sleeping Dogs, and I bought Far Cry 3. Or maybe it was the other way around. Can't remember.
I was going to say Witcher 3.
Fuck off.
There's multiple endings, multiple ways to finish quests, just normal quests. The game is massive. It's probably larger than Red Dead. And the story...
Someone's done that. Like,
and there's the story...
like corner to corner, whatever.
But like, they keep expanding, and they go like, I think it is...
And the story is just ridiculous. It's just really good.
The problem with me in this question is that I don't thoroughly enjoy replaying games.
I don't really replay games.
Yeah, that's the issue I'm having thinking about this.
I know. I don't. I honestly don't.
Yeah.
I loved Origins.
Yeah.
Origins was sick.
There's games that I will finish and then I'll never play again. That will be part of my trading list when, eventually I get a console.
Can I finish your sentence? I reckon I know what you're going to say. And then you'll play like a little bit or halfway and then replay them again and again.
And there's games like that, yeah. Like Skyrim, like a lot of the Fallouts, a lot of like Pizza Tycoon.
I'll be honest.
There's games where I love and I don't want to finish it, so I'll go back and I just want to be in that world as long as possible.
You start fresh.
And that's why I don't finish a lot of my games.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've replayed a single game on PS4 or PS3.
I haven't.
I'm the same.
I haven't. Not on the PS4.
And I've loved some of these games.
Yeah.
Like Origins, man. Far Cry 5 was sick.
Yeah.
Loved it. Haven't replayed it. I've gone back and tried to get back into them. But again, once you're done with the main story, there really is nothing else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would put GTA 3 on there and probably San Andreas.
San Andreas?
Yeah.
Wasn't the...
They were two very good games. 4 was okay. 5 was alright.
4 was written off for the fact that it was just a totally different...
it was very
dark.
Janky. It was very floaty.
Yeah, they tried to go more real and more gritty.
Oh, okay, right.
More gritty, whereas GTA had a history of lampooning everything. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're still lampooning in 4, but I think it's maybe because, I don't know, maybe because it was gritty, and maybe, I don't know.
Because of his cousin that keeps calling up to do shit?
I don't know, maybe. Well, it's not as bad as Another Settlement Needs Your Help.
Oh, man, that drained me to death, man. What's his name? Preston Garvey. Did you ever find the imposter?
No, I never came across him.
Did you ever find him? You played 4.
In what?
Fallout 4.
There's an imposter walking around as Preston Garvey, dressed exactly like him, but he's different.
He looks...
the face is a little bit different.
So.
I found him by accident one night, man. I was walking around, you know where the Brotherhood of Steel or whatever they call it?
Yeah.
That settlement, you find them in.
Yeah.
I was outside the gate, like outside the path of that area. I still remember this vivid. It was pitch black in the game, and I was half asleep as well, so I'm just like running around looking for something.
Yeah.
Just trying to like find something, anything, you know? And all of a sudden this Preston Garvey looking dude comes past, and he just looks like a cheap version of Preston Garvey. Like, Preston Garvey's like this pretty charismatic sort of looking dude. This guy just like a knockoff, man. Like, shitty looking uniform. His face is like bulbous. Like, he just looks totally weird.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm Preston Garvey. He's like, no, you're not. Like, I know who he is.
Yeah, he's like...
He's like, no, it's me. I'm the leader of the whatever. I'm like,
actually, this does ring a bell.
no, like, you're lying. I know who he is.
And then he's like, huh? And he just turns around or something.
And like, you confront him about it or you just leave him, whatever, and he turns around and thinks, and as he started running off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, wait a second. So I literally pulled out my shotty and just blew him away. And then when he was lying there, I'm like, who the hell was that?
Yeah.
Like, I sat there staring at the guy's body because I'm pretty sure I blew him away before anything else. Like, I only got 2 or 3 words out of him.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And I thought it was like a robot or something.
Yeah.
And then just ended up blowing him away. Actually, 4, man, that had lifespan hard.
I think it's funny you say that because I didn't even think of that, but I think I remember him running off and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Like, I was so clueless.
I blew him away before he could get any more words out, just because he freaked out. As soon as I put out the gun, he started running, and I just blew him away.
Yeah.
And then I felt bad. I felt instant regret. Like, what just happened? And then I just left it. But Fallout 4, man, I farmed the living shit out of that game. Fallout 4, Far Cry 5, Ghost Recon Wildlands.
I think I never figured out how to open some of those vault weapons. You know, in the those special weapons. I never figured out how to get them.
I don't think I ever got them. I don't even remember.
In the vault, in some of those abandoned vaults,
there's
like special weapons locked behind cases.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there trying to figure out how the fuck you open them. You just, like, I don't know. It's like behind it was like one of them was behind like a jail cell in a vault that's in a lockbox, and you're like, really? Really? Like, how many fucking things do I have to do to get this one weapon?
Did you finish that game?
No, I didn't.
Did you finish the main story at least?
I believe I finished the main story.
I finished the main story. Did you finish the main story?
No.
You never did?
I know the whole story, but no, I didn't finish it.
That is still one of my most regrettable games ever.
What, the fact that the story, the ending you went with?
Yeah.
Because you went Minutemen.
Yeah.
So you would have sided with Minutemen and Railroad then?
Yeah, I think I did the same.
I'm staring at the old man, and then like, do I kill him? Do I leave? Do I kill him? What do I do? So I just left him. I thought, fuck him, I'll come back to him or whatever. And then like, everything nukes up and it's done. I'm like, and just as I saw the nuke like that, I'm like, for fuck's sakes, like, why did I just kill him?
Yeah.
Like, I lost it. I felt disgusted with myself. Like, this is a joke. I should have wiped him out when I had a chance.
Yeah.
I should have. And I remember, I think in one of the save games, I shot someone else, and all of a sudden, just everyone from the institute
converges.
It was like a bloodbath, man. Just bodies everywhere. Anyway, all right, let's wrap this shit up because I'm fucking exhausted. Do you know what time it is?
9:30.
Yeah. How long have we been sitting here?
3 hours.
3.5.
So you're 3 minutes. You're 3 hours flat. You're 3.5.
3:10. 3.5.
It's 3 hours and 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh! We can make it an even 10 if you want.
No, I was just going to say,
dude, I'm so desperate to watch Naked Gun at the moment. I'm going to go home and for sure get it.
The must-watches this week, okay? Princess Bride.
Oh, yes.
Count of Monte Cristo.
No.
You haven't seen it. Jeez.
both at the same time as well, man.
And Joker.
Seen it?
Yeah, I'm going to go watch it.
No,
I'm saying communally, we all have to watch these movies.
I'm not watching Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah, I'll do the other two.
I might watch a playthrough of Mafia or something. I would sooner watch a playthrough of Mafia than Count of Monte Cristo.
He's never seen it and he's already prejudging it.
I can't.
It's taken me 8 years to convince him to watch Princess Bride.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, hurry up and watch it.
What?
Get off your ass.
Or get on your ass and watch it.
Yeah.
I've got so much shit to do, man.
Nah.
When am I going to do this edit?
Just
seriously.
post it as it is.
Yeah.
He can't do that because your voice is so high and low.
Well, people have to learn to, roll with the punches.
I'm having everyone. You're an idiot.
Well, sometimes it is what it is. What are you going to do?
You're an
Like,
idiot.
subscribe,
I'm done.
and share.
Do you know what I like? The fact that you're fucking losing it at that Microsoft thing. Like, you're so bedazzled. Like, what do you mean?
Because it's disgusting.
What's disgusting?
Get a Microsoft. Why do you get a? Oh, I can't.
Wait,
no,
wait, hang on. What's actually disgusting you? I'm confused.
that you got an Apple.
Okay, I hate Apple.
Oh,
I've said this 100 times. I've hated Apple forever.
why have you got a Mac?
Okay, let me finish. I said this on the podcast years ago as well.
I did hear that.
When I was in a production company, everyone used Macs except for me.
Yeah.
Literally, the audio wing of this production company, hands down, did not. I refused, and everyone's like, "Oh, it must be virus, blah blah." I'm like, doing all the audio for this joint, aren't I? By myself. All the other video editing components of this production is all fucking on Macs. I'm handling all the audio on 2 PCs by myself. All right, but the one thing I won't fault Mac on is hardware. You can rely on their hardware. Man, nearly every studio across the world has got Mac hardware.
Like never goes down.
Never goes down. It's quiet.
Mine died in a year.
What did you have?
It was like
Like an Air or
8
something?
years ago. Can't remember exactly what it was. It was a nice one. It was a nice one, but it died within a year. And I went back to them, and they're like, "Yeah, it's going to be about $1,100 to fucking $1,100 to what kind of genius are you? You fucking dumb shit.
What kind of genius are you?
I don't know. Maybe I just got unlucky.
Nah, look.
But that scarred from there. It scarred me because I had a phone, Apple as well.
Yeah, see,
and I was off straight after that.
I had Apple phones, man. I've had Androids forever because it's that whole going in and doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
You got to go into the whole ecosystem. Yeah, if you go that thing, I gotta get the matching iPad so then I can link it.
Apple Jocks.
Apple Jocks. You gotta go with the little AirPods because apparently they normal ones with
so
wires
ugly,
are just
man.
cumbersome.
It just looks stupid.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Samsung ones?
No.
They're nice.
Yeah?
They're sleek. They fit in your ear. That you can't see them. They don't have this giant fucking dildo sticking out of it. It's great. I've got a pair. They're great.
Really?
Seriously great. They just sit right in your ear. They don't it's flush with your ear.
Oh, so it doesn't look obtrusive like it's hanging out.
It's like you can't see it unless you're looking at the person's
Directly
ear.
at the ear, yeah.
Whereas the Apple ones, they're fucking
They look like a little semen.
yeah. It's like some. Oh shit! Sorry, it's got a little bit of cum on your ear.
Is that hair gel?
Dude, that was a great movie, man.
Yeah, I know.
Something About Mary.
Yeah.
Have you seen it lately? It's aged terribly.
Oh, has it?
The funniest parts.
Is the Franks and Beans?
Nah, the funniest parts is still definitely Matt Healy.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name? Is it Ben Healy? The investigator.
Yeah.
Played by Matt Dillon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to go like this. Shoot from the hip. Did you knock the skirt off? Yeah, him. What's his name? Pat Healy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
Pat
sounds
Healy.
right.
Yeah, because he's the architect. He meets Cameron Diaz. He's still the funniest thing about that movie, but that movie's aged terribly.
I'm
Anyway,
surprised to hear that.
what? That's
That's aged terribly.
I think you got to sort of look beneath the cracks and see the niche scenes to actually.
Is it just
appreciate
because
it.
we're so far away from that style?
No, but you look
Or it's
at,
been
like we were
used so
saying,
much
there's,
since then.
there's comedies from 40 years ago that still hold up today.
That's true. Yeah, Spaceballs.
Baseballs, Men in
Spaceballs
Tights,
was the 80s.
History of the World.
History of the World was 80s. Can you name a comedy?
Producers,
Producers, the original.
Young Frankenstein,
I still haven't seen that.
Silent Movie,
haven't
High Anxiety.
Haven't seen that.
You're giving me high anxiety because I'm getting hungry.
I'll
like
give
the
you.
podcast's about
I'll
going
give you
again.
I'll give you the DVDs. I've got like the
DVDs. Why can't you just download
Mel Brooks collection.
them? What'd you pay for
That's
that?
illegal.
I've got a GB.
All right,
JB.
man.
I think it's like $30.
Says the guys that have got, what would we say? What do we call them?
VPNs.
VPNs? Yeah, piss off, man. See, that's why you like PC, because you just download games.
Oh, dude, you know what? There's one thing I can't do. Shut up. There's one thing I can't do on PS4, and that's
Pirate games.
beat myself to death.
Nah, fuck off.
You use your PS4.
No, I don't. I'm just saying you can. If there's a will, there's
But
a way.
it's, there's a lot of effort, there's a lot of joystick
Oh, but
movement.
you're going to maintain a PC and all the updates and all that shit.
Just say
All I have to do is just Pornhub.
Porn machine.
Thanks
you
very
know?
much, Jab Junkies, done.
This is my fridge. This is my oven. This is my porn machine.
Open uTorrent. One day I want to see all the electronics in the house just incorporated with uTorrent and I'm just going to drag that from my fridge to my oven, open the oven. Oh, beautiful. It's done. Oh.
Like fucking Stark.
Literally just drawing squares in your house.
To porn.
And pirated games. All right,
we're getting there. We're getting there.
We're done. Fuck
So does that bring it over 310 now?
That's at 3:15.
Yes, closest without going over. Yes.
All right, done. Bye.
Hold up.